Good morning, Messina Central High School families. It's Mr. Oliver. How are you doing today? It's Friday morning, afternoon. I don't even know what it is at this point. It's been kind of a week. Talk a little bit about that at the end. But I wanted to reach out to you today specifically to talk about parent-teacher conferences and provide some more information for you because they are coming up next week, even though we're remote. So I want to get into this video. Hopefully it won't take too long. And by the end of it, you'll know how to do what we're doing next week. So to reiterate, the date for the conference is Thursday, November 19th, which is next Thursday. We have two sessions available to our families. The first goes pretty much all school day from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then we have a night session from 5 to 7. On this particular Thursday, it will be kind of like a digital Monday for your kids. The teachers will post up some stuff, but they won't go to live classes on those days like they are on other days. So that's when we are doing them. Make sure you save the date. And oh, by the way, it should be worthy to note that report cards are on the way home. So if you haven't gotten them already, you should be getting them soon. That'll give you the information you need to figure out which teachers you need to talk to. So we're using really two different options this year for our parent-teacher conferences. One is sort of a technological option, so you can kind of get a taste of what your kids are going through. And the other one is a more traditional option and the easier way to do this for both staff and families. The first option is a virtual conference through Google Documents, or Google Classrooms, I should say. Teachers are going to be creating links. They'll send out links. Some of our teachers have already done this. You may have some already. In order to fully take advantage of this, you'll need to have access to Gmail, Google Calendar, those kinds of applications to do it. You can actually use all those things right on your kid's Chromebook they have from school. And in this option, you'll be able to do a live video chat with the teacher, so you'll have their face on the screen as you talk about your kid's performance through the first quarter of the year. Excuse me. The other option is a slightly more low-tech option, decidedly more low-tech, but it's simpler for everybody. And we wanted to have a sort of a technological option, a more traditional option. And that's just a straight up phone conference, which is I will share out the phone extensions for all the teachers with all of our families. During the times that I just laid out on the last slide, you can call in, you can talk to your teachers, you can talk about the report cards. Obviously, you may call and your teacher will be on the phone with somebody else. All you have to do is leave a message and the teachers will get back to you some point in time during that day. So those are the two different options we're using for our conferences this year. So that automatically begs the question, how do I know which option my teacher or teachers are using for my kid? What I'll be doing very quickly, probably today, right on the heels of releasing this video, is I'm also going to release a link to a document that looks like this document over here. And what it is a listing of all the teachers at the high school, and it'll have their phone extensions listed next to it. And it will also, you'll see some of them are blue and hyperlinked. The ones that are showing up blue and hyperlinked and underlined actually have the link that you need to register for the virtual conference attached to their name. So all you would do is open up the document, you hover over their name, you'll see a link pop up, you click on it, and it'll take you into a scheduling app. So those are the two options, and that's how I'll be communicating out to you which option is which for your child. So be on the lookout for that. I will send it out via School Tool email today, and I will also post it up on the Messina High School Facebook page, at least the link to the document so you can get into it there. The other thing that always comes up right now is, what if I hate technology? And there's a lot of people around the school right now that feel like we hate technology, but we're still plugging along. So if you hate tech, if you don't want to use it, if you don't want to use the link, if the teacher has a link, don't feel like you have to use the link. If you don't want to be bothered with Google and the calendar and the document and all the nonsense and the video chat, all you have to do is use the phone extensions that I'm sending out to you, call the teacher, leave a message. They'll get back to you at some point in time during the day when they have time. So those are the two options. Any family's free to use either option they want. We're just trying to provide a couple of different ways for you to meet with your parent or meet with your teachers next week. I will give a word of caution if you use the video chat link. I'm actually sharing with you something from my own personal calendar. I set one of these up for my kid. If you use Google Calendar, once you accept the conference, you'll get a confirmation notice and it will automatically show up on the Google Calendar. You can actually do this with your kid's email if you don't have one yourself. You can just find the link, open it through your kid's email, accept the conference through your kid's email, and this will show up on their Google Calendar. If you have any problems with anything I just said, your kid should be able to help you. And if they can't help you, I can help you. But what I wanted to say is when you click on the link in the calendar, you're going to see something that looks like this. And why I'm pointing this out to you is you'll see this big giant button that says join with Google Meet. And then a little bit further down, you'll see the location icon. They normally look like this, but in our case of Google Calendar, it looks like this. This is the link, the location icon that you want to go to for the virtual conference. It's just the way we're setting them up. So it is a little counterintuitive. You have to ignore the giant blue button that says join with Google Meet and look for the thing next to the location icon. And again, parents, if you choose the video conference and you know what time that's going to be and you go to get on and there's a huge problem or the tech doesn't work or whatever, just pick up the phone and call. It's not a big deal. Teachers are ready to be flexible. Lord knows we're being flexible as we can. So that's all you need to know for parent-teacher conferences. So last up, and I'll put myself right in the middle of the page here, I wanted to say if you have any questions about conferences, by all means, give a call, shoot me an email, call the main extension, or this is my extension that's listed down below. And the other thing I wanted to say to all of our families is a simple, great big thank you. It's been kind of a rough week, as you know. We ended up switching over to remote instruction pretty quickly. Right after the day off on Wednesday, we were tracking a couple of cases. We have some things going on. I just want to say thank you to all the families for supporting us and helping us get through that transition as quickly as we could. Thank you to our students for being flexible and adaptable. And really, the biggest thank you of all goes to our teachers. This has been a very challenging year, as you can imagine out there in the community. And our teachers are really rising to the job. I couldn't be more proud of a group of teachers than I am of the group of teachers here at Massena Central High School. If you need anything from any of us, just pick up the phone and call. And we're looking forward to seeing you at parent-teacher conferences next week. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you next week. And I always mess this part up.